In business, teams are everything. Even successful entrepreneurs like myself need a group of people around them in order to be successful. Teams are literally the superpower of any mission and organization. Empowered teams who accomplish a mission, who feel proud of their work, one that connects to the larger organizational vision, they literally grow customer loyalty. They improve and excite innovation and stimulate more innovation in the organization, and they successfully solve really important business problems. Whether you think of the groundbreaking Apollo 11 mission in 1969, the wildly successful collaboration of Wikipedia, which most of us rely on daily. It's not a traditional team, but it requires a great deal of virtual collaboration. The daily camaraderie, efficiency, and positive spirit of your favorite Starbucks. And if you, like me, have been in them all over the world, you know that the cultural expression at Starbucks is different. They always feel positive vibes. So how does a great team work? It is literally the backbone that stands up every business. I want to explore 3 crucial principles today that I've unearthed in 20 years of working with organizations to teach leaders how to facilitate really, really high-performing teams. Of a recent OC Tanner survey that found only 26% of employees feel their teams work well together. And that is especially important in what is either a hybrid or virtual world, depending on what your workplace does. So for the 3 essential ingredients, let's dive in. Number 1, trust. Google did a massive study back in 2012 called Project Aristotle, in which they studied 180 teams over several years on trying to find out what the perfect team looks like. What they identified was something that I had spent 10 years understanding and came to the same conclusion. The crucial element is balanced participation, where members have the ability to speak up, speak honestly, speak openly, including transparency of their emotions and their thoughts, with no ridicule or backlash. They've dubbed that quality psychological safety in the modern era. It's a completely transformational quality of a team when you get that right. And it really does require a team leader who understands how to facilitate that. And it is magic when it happens, and it is not a foregone conclusion that every team leader has that skill set. It's learned, it's trainable, and it's very specific. Number 2, a compelling goal or mission. Nobody likes meetings, and just being part of team meetings is not very engaging, but everybody wants to be part of something meaningful. For example, solving a vexing problem, like how to effectively send your entire organization to remote work in spring of 2020 when COVID hit. And I was part of an organization at that time that did that within 1 week. Over 500 people were sent home with full capability to work from home. And to this day, they have maintained that as a way of working. And that was an amazing accomplishment in a very short period of time. Thanks and kudos to the HR team and the IT team that worked together on that. Maybe it's about inventing something new, like the Apple teams, who are constantly building stuff that we never even knew we needed until we couldn't live without it. Maybe it's about rallying around a common cause. In early 2020, the Black Lives Matter movement was born and catalyzed and engaged people of all colors to explore new solutions to the plight of poverty, dignity, and fairness for Black people in the US. And while this is not an example of a business team, finding a common plight or cause, it's crucial defining element of great teams, that they stay energized through the entire journey by sharing that common plight. Number 3, empowered freedom. This is a rare but crucial practice on teams. This means the team's work cannot be overridden or undone by people across the business. A successful team is empowered to execute a mission or solution, learn from it, and improve upon it. This requires, as mentioned before, a lot of trust and a really clear mission, well-defined goals, safety nets to ensure that something big is not missed in the process, On this, think of the teams in your organization and how often they are completely empowered to achieve the mission. What does that take? I want to share a great story of how this worked at Ford during the reworking of the Ford F-150, which in 2015 had been the best-selling truck of all time. And the challenge was to make it more fuel efficient. And they needed to upgrade and improve upon that in a pretty big way to do that. So starting in 2015, so Pete Reyes, who was the chief engineer for the top secret project, said this: we had all these parallel work teams on different aspects of the truck. And we'd meet once a month for 18 months, making sure all the work would come together in a viable vehicle. The team that handled most of the design for the new truck just clicked. These guys are unbelievable workhorses, and we each could have done the other's job, said Pete. I don't think I'll ever work on a team that tight again. We made all of our deadlines. The 1,000 member team encountered several unique problems, like the fact that the world's existing supply of aluminum was not sufficient to cover the F-150's volume. Leading the team's other innovations that contributed considerably, 70 pounds were moved from the steel frame, 23 pounds from the steering knuckles, 26.9 from the mechanical emergency brake, 31.7 from the front seats, and 2.7 pounds from the front bumper structure. What was the reaction in the marketplace? In October 2015, Ford announced third quarter earnings of $1.9 billion, which was up $1.1 billion from 2014, largely on strong sales of the new F-150. Ford F-150 finished 2020 as the best-selling truck, an accomplishment they had held for 44 years running. These lessons may seem difficult to apply in a virtual world, but the simple fact is that with today's technology, teams can still build camaraderie, trust, collaboration, have a powerful mission, and work together in highly energizing, engaging ways to achieve amazing results. What's an example of success or failure in your teamwork since going virtual in 2020? Please put your comments below so we can learn from one another, and hit subscribe to get more videos on building great workplace cultures that magnetize amazing people. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.